Hello, Eagles. You are flipping in fifth with me, Mrs. G. Today we're going to be talking about Topic 10, Lesson 2. And today's learning target that I need you to write down in your math notebook is, I can estimate sums and differences of fractions and mixed numbers. Go ahead and pause the video until you have all of this information written down. Today's vocabulary, we're going to be talking about estimation. I know you all love estimation, but like I've told you before, as an adult in math, you are going to use estimation way more than you're going to ever use actual math. So it's really important that you know how to do it. So an estimate, again, is not an exact answer, but it's close. Often you will see the word about, and that tells you you need to estimate. Also, benchmark fractions. These are used in estimation. We've done this before. That's rounding a fraction to 0, 1/2, or 1, so you can add or subtract. Here's our problem of the day. Garrett wants to make some trail mix for his camping trip. He mixes 2 1/4 cups of raisins with 1 7/8 cups of sunflower seeds. So about how much trail mix will he make? Well, anytime we see a story problem, I always have you go ahead and highlight or underline the question it's asking. And here it says, about how much trail mix will he make? Again, that word about tells us we're not looking for an exact answer, we're looking for an estimation. Then you need to highlight the important information. In this case, 2 1/4 cups of raisins and 1 7/8 cups of sunflower seeds. So we know that we're going to be adding here because he's mixing the two ingredients together. So we have 2 1/4 plus 1 7/8. Now, I don't want you to go ahead and solve this, even if you could, even though we haven't really learned it yet, but if you could, I don't want you to solve it. I want you to come up with an estimate. So we need to look at these numbers, 2 1/4 and 1 7/8, and we need to look at them on a number line to determine what we round it to. What whole number are we going to round these to? Let's start off with 2 1/4. So here we have our number line. 2 and 3 are on either side and it's split into fourths. So where would 2 1/4 be? Well, this is 2 1/2, so 2 1/4 is going to go right there. So it's closer to 2. Now let's look at 1 7/8. Here I have a number line split up 8 ways, and we need to think, where is 7/8? Well, 7/8 is going to be, again, closer to the 2. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, and 7/8. So now our problem is going to be 2 plus 2, which we all know equals about 4 cups. So go ahead and try this one now. 2 1/8 minus 5/7. Again, I want you to come up with an estimation by figuring out where these numbers are in a number line and rounding it to the nearest whole number. Go ahead and pause the video and come back when you have an answer. Coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you get an answer of 1? Well, let me show you how I got it. First, we need to figure out 2 1/8. Where is that going to be on a number line? Well, 2 1/8 is going to be between 2 and 3. Here I have a number line split into eighths, and we know 1/8 or 2 1/8 is going to be closest to 2. So we're going to write down 2. Now we're subtracting in this case, but we need to figure out 5/7. What is that closer to? Is that closer to 0 or to 1? So we're going to look at a number line split into sevenths, and we would know that 5/7 is going to be closer to 1 than to 0. 1/7, 2/7, 3/7, 4/7, 5/7, right over here. So we're going to make that 2 minus 1, which equals 1. Now you try. Here are your practice problems for tonight. Go ahead and pause the video, write them all down, figure out your answers, and come back and play the video to see if your answers match. Coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here are tonight's answers. If we're estimating for number 1, 2 2/3 plus 7/8 equals 4. Number 2, 10 5/6 minus 2 3/8 equals 9. 48 1/10 minus 2 7/9 would be 45. Then for number 4 and 5, you were asked to round to the nearest whole number. Well, 1 4/8 equals 2. And for number 5, 3 8/11 equals 4. So before you go, make sure you've checked your work and you write how many you got correct out of 5. Be honest, it's not for a grade. Be sure to fill out that self-reflection so your teacher knows exactly where you are right now. Could you teach a friend? Do you just think you got it, or do you still have no idea? Not a big deal. We just need to know how you feel. And then fill in the space in the bottom with any questions you still have. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.